in LA, bro, it's like the dopest lifestyle. And Southsiders, a lot of them have got money too. They're not just all about, not all Southsiders are in the streets banging, you know, they're making money, hanging out with girls, going to the beach, going to high rises, going to bars, having shark on the, I remember being with a homeboy Sneaky from Venice 13 on a high rise in Santa Monica eating shark for the first time, my boy. A homeboy from Venice fed me, man, I fed no pause. We had dinner, homie, on a high rise, having drinks with ladies, eating shark, bro. And I don't even like seafood, you know what I mean? But you gotta eat some shark when it's time, you know what I mean? You gotta eat a predator, homie. But yes, a vato from Venice showed me that. Shout out to Sneaky, man, doing his thing. He actually eventually went to UCLA and got in by doing women's studies. Oh, I thought that was hilarious. He's like, well, I love women. Why not study them? But he just wanted to get into UCLA, and then he switched his major, which was hilarious because it was easier to get in to women's studies at UCLA. But shout out to Sneaky, man, doing his thing. That was a real vato, man, because he'd live in Santa Monica on 17th Street, and that was his enemies, you know. But a lot of weird things about Southsiders is if they got respect, they can live anywhere, you know what I mean? They can live in their enemies' neighborhood if they have got respect for each other, you know what I mean? Work something out. So anyway, back to Bozo, Pony, and Lady Pinks. So why I'm tripping on this, or why I agree with Bozo, is Bozo can, like, if somebody wants to meet the Southside, I think Bozo's a good representative. You know what I mean? Even Blue Devil, not a prison representative, but like a tagger, Southsider, street gangster. I'm not talking, I'm really serious. I'm saying like the street guy, Blue Devil's a good one. The prison guy, Bozo. But Capone never went to prison. Capone never wasn't that guy in the streets. He might have been a guy, but he wasn't that guy. And let's be honest, bro, there ain't no real female gangsters, bro. I remember when I was, when I was about 14 years old, I was in the Pee Wee gang, and they said, there ain't no more Pee-wees and there ain't no more girls. There's too much drama. So you either get in the hood or just kick back and you be the homie, hang out, all that, you know, but there's no more South Park Pee-wees. So then I had a chance to stay away, but reverse psychology, baby. Your boy got jumped into the main gang and we kicked all the women that were already in the gang could stay. No more new people. So I say all that to say, Lady Pinks, you are not a gangster. You are not a real Sureña. There are no Sureñas. I'm sorry. Maybe there's a couple. I can't talk about your program. But let's be honest, there's no real female gangsters like that. Yes, La Loca, there's a couple exceptions, I understand. There's a lot of allies. But I never met real gangsters saying, oh yeah, she's a Sureña, homie. You got to watch out. Most of them respectfully are, they drive the car, they take the guns, they throw away things. You know, they assist the professionals, you know what I mean? But for her to kind of come out and try to be a Southside general, Lady Pinks, you'll get knocked down by any dude, bro. Stop it. Stop trying to act like a man. Everybody says you look like a man, but so stop trying to act like a man, because it never works. I swear to God, when females try to act like men, always never works. A lot of tattoos, dressing like them, trying to be tough, and the one time they get punched, you know? So stop it. And I get it. These vatos might not be representing your Southside, but your Southside life is over. That's gone. They didn't even like it. It was an embarrassment. And now the new generation is evolving. You either die or evolve. So Lady Pinks, Capone, evolve or die. Because Neo should have been with Bozo, not with Lady Pinks, not with Capone, with a true representative of the Southside. And yeah, it's crazy that I'm saying it, but it's truth. And I just want to know in the comments below if you think it was right for Neo to go over there with Capone and Lady Pinks and embarrass our people through that stream, or should he been with somebody more like Bozo, Blue Devil, American Cholo, maybe some young guys like Peso, Lefty, you know what I mean? Who knows? It would have been something, bro. So this is my issue with the fools culturally appropriating our culture, is because they get popular with other cultures because they're not part of our culture. And then they bring them in and show them a piece of our culture that's not even theirs. And they don't say it in the right way. It gets lost in translation. It's called cultural appropriation, and it's got to stop. And it can also happen in gangs, right? People think that I'm all involved in gangs. I shouldn't be talking about this stuff, but I grew up in this in the 90s, bro. It was a very serious thing to me. I almost lost my life. Some of my friends did. A lot of my friends went to prison. It was traumatic. And even though I didn't go to prison, and I think it's weird to glorify going to prison, I made the right decision and went to college. And I hope a bunch of young men do the same so they don't have as much trauma as my homeboys have. I got trauma, but my homeboys, they got real trauma. I gangbanged but my homeboys really gang banged. You feel me? I was a C minus gangster. I'll be honest. I was a player. I was a money maker, but I got busy when I needed to represent and stay on the streets, because in the 90s, you had to represent if you were going to stand on that piece of concrete. And Bozo did, and I did. Did Lady Pinks? Did Capone? Should they be representing the South? I don't think so, bro. And I think they did a really bad decision and solution to it, creating this crazy stream that made our people just look embarrassing, having the Vato two-step. And yeah, it's funny, but when will we not be looked out as clowns, as bozos? When will we be taken serious until we take ourselves serious? And I do believe that people like Blue Devil, American Cho, and Bozo, regardless if they're, we don't agree on a lot of things, they take themselves serious, and overall they are honorable men, and they should be the one representing the South Side. And that's just coming from a Chicano that was born in the South but raised in the North and became a man in Los Angeles. So salute to all the Angelinos, and represent the right way, all Chicanos. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and support a real one in the field. And let me know, is Capone doing too much, and should he just kick back? Or was it something new and cool, or do you agree with it? Because I know he has a lot of fans. Let me know. I still think Capone's a legend. I still think he put on a lot of people. Lady Pinks did her thing, but they're trying to represent too hard. It's like people that they just can't let it go. The good old days, bro. Well, the good old days are gone, homie. And now it's the Pocho days. This is your boy Pocho One.